The situation we're dealing with is they have way more to lose than us. If we don't think we're going to go out there and get their best, then we're wrong. This is their last chance to make playoffs, and they are a tremendous team, and they know we're a tremendous team. So I think it's going to be a really good game.
We need to understand that they have a lot of weight on their shoulders, and they're going to come out and they're going to want to win. And I think we need to keep that in account, to knowing that this team is not just going to let us roll right over them. We need to make sure we're playing to the top of our ability and make sure that we're doing the best that we can do on all different parts of the ball, whether that's offense, defense, and special teams as well, just to make sure that we're not sleeping. And I don't think we're going to be. Coach has done a very good job on making sure that we're ready and prepared for John Stark on Friday.
Considering it a playoff game, so we're going to get everyone's best from here on out, and every bit matters. So and John Stark's is a great football team. Coach Kershaw and his son Josh do a great job, and I've known them for a long time, and they've done a great job with that program. They play football in a phone booth. They're no nonsense, and they're just going to get after you. And they got some good players on defense, and we got our hands full a little bit. They took it to us last year, and I remember walking off that field and look, these guys are going to be really good next year. And it's all the same players. So no, it'll be a great challenge and a great opportunity for our players on Friday.
I love that. I love that a lot, because it's not just we're playing and we're going to be in the playoffs and we're going to be we're just already in. Both teams have something to play for. So I think every time both teams have something to play for, it just makes the game a lot more interesting.
Kind of brings our guys a different attitude towards the game. Trying to playing for something, like you said. Every week you're playing for something. You're playing for a win. You're trying to go 1-0, and it kind of brings a little more to it. Trying to get the W this week, knowing seeding is a huge component in playoffs. So I think we're just going in to make sure we have another solid week of practices, doing everything we can to have a good senior night, have a good game, and make sure we come out with a W.
I'd so much rather that than a team that we know that we're probably going to go in and beat. This is going to be a competitive game. All of us play to have these type of games, games like Pelham, where we actually have to go out and try and be the best that we can, because that's why we play the game. We play to get better. We play to strengthen ourselves. We play to grow closer together. And in times where adversity hits, you grow together. And I think that's one of the great things that football is. And I think that a game like this, where all of our seniors, this is our senior night game, if it's a harder game, we're going to just be so much closer together.
1, 2, 3, hell yeah! Oh yeah! Go! Oh yeah, football! Yeah!
All year we're working towards this season, and you kind of forget, in the moment, how fast it goes by and how quick it's just done. Like you said, senior night, our last regular season game, and you kind of do it for those seniors.
Football is always funny. You go through all off season and you can't wait for football, and then summer hits, and then it's boom, football's here, and then you're in the thick of it. We're in our last regular season game, and then boom, playoffs. The next thing you know, it's gone. So we try to tell our players all the time, hey, just enjoy every bit of this. Enjoy these games. You only get so many. When you're old like us, and you're even a few months from now, you're just going to be saying, man, I miss football. I miss football. And so should be the best time of their life right now. And hopefully they enjoy every bit of it. And, especially with this senior group, they're just awesome dudes, just great. They've been great for our football program, great players, even better dudes. And, it'll be a special night for them, and hopefully we'll come out of there with a win and then get ourselves a home playoff game, and we'll get to be on that field one more time after this week.
I've been playing football for 7 years now, and like I said earlier, this has been the fastest moving season easily. I don't know if it has to do with me being a senior or just the fact that some of our games keep getting moved because of weather, or just I don't know why, but it has been moving crazy fast. And part of me is excited to not wake up and have those football sores and those bumps and bruises, but a bigger part of me is just so scared because I love this sport, and I'm really sad that it's going to end soon.
It's crazy to me. It's been 4 years now of studying football, and this is the last regular season game. Like, I've seen so many senior night games for like past teammates that had graduated, and now it's our turn. So it's kind of a little surreal.
It's crazy. I've been playing football like all 4 years since I was a freshman, and like whenever I'd be witnessing like the senior class that I was playing underneath have their senior night, it was funny because I'd kind of just wave it off and be like, oh, senior night, like it's so far away, and for it to finally be here now is crazy, and I'm honestly just at a loss of words for how fast everything's been able to fly by. But I'm excited. It's going to be a good way for us to celebrate like everything that we've accomplished. It's a great senior class, and I think like Coach Bowcat and all of us are really, really happy with the way that we've been able to turn out. Like looking at the difference between every individual when we stepped on the field as a freshman to graduating now, I think we've all reaped the benefits of Souhegan football.
Kind of feels weird because I mean we're playing for the 3 seed, so playing for the home field during playoffs, and I think we have the confidence going to the game, but knowing this is the last regular season game of my life, it's kind of weird, honestly.
Try to not think about it until the end of the game, but you know, walking out with like your family is probably just going to bring it up that like this is probably like this is your last home game of the regular season. Like you're never gonna like play on this field without it being playoffs again. So it's definitely gonna like hit harder for that game. You know, you're gonna really want to try and play your best you can.
Of course, it'll maybe hit a little harder when it's our actual last game. But you know, this like playing for Souhegan all 4 years, I've gone through my football career watching this happen and seeing all these other seniors go through this, and it's always like, oh, like I'll be there eventually, but it's like I'm actually here now, and it is scary.
Like a big hit for all of us seniors, and I think that it's going to be interesting to see how everybody handles it. But I do think that as tough as it is, we'll still be excited to see like what we've accomplished as a grade and everything that we've been able to overcome. I mean, obviously, a situation was weird with COVID and everything, so just trying to get the best out of it and as most out of the 4 years that we could.
I think it'll hit me before it even happens, honestly. Like, because I've been playing here for so long now, and I think I've been preparing for it for a long time, and I'm not playing in college, so I think I've just been mentally preparing for it for a while. So I think it'll hit me, I don't know, as soon as possible, I guess.
Been a part of 2 championship games, and you know, they've been a part of a lot of great memories and great. So you know, just we're thinking back on all those, but you know, now it's kind of you're celebrating it over 4 years and with their families. Really, it's like that last game of the season that always gets me. And I have the luxury of seeing these guys every day in school, which is awesome, and we can still be a part of each other's lives and still have that influence on them. But it's always the last football game that gets me the most, you know, not just, you know, for them, and just going through it as a player, like what I know, like I bawled my eyes out when I was a senior in high school. I bawled my eyes out when I was a senior in college, my last game. And, you know, it's just kind of like it's not like you just go play pickup football like you would pick up hoops, you know. It's like there's no adult, like true, like adult football, I don't know. It's just not the same. It's just different. So I think, especially when it's been such a big part of your life, And then now it's life. Now, all right, what's life after football look like? It kind of hits at home a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, these guys are so special, and we're forever, like, they've been great for our program, and they do everything right and embody everything that we talk about.
Regular season's almost over, last game, so it's kind of just like making sure I don't take any of these moments for granted. Each game, making sure I'm having fun and taking all the moments in and all the feelings, and just enjoying it all.
For me, it really hit me the most when we were kind of standing on the field. We were doing the little ceremony thing before. Obviously, we had a line, people were going one by one, and it was kind of slow. So I was just kind of standing there thinking. I kind of got sidetracked. I was supposed to be focusing on the game, but I got focused a little bit more on senior night, which I think is expected. But yeah, I mean, it all hit me at once. Obviously, it's a huge emotional piece to it. All of us seniors, it's huge for us. I mean, our last home game like that is going to be, last regular season home game is going to hit a little bit different, and I think it did. And I think that we were able to kind of use that energy and momentum and shift it to the game. I think it was obviously, like I said, super emotional for all of us and the guys, but I think we were able to shift it towards positive energy towards the game, and I think that definitely paid off for us.
I mean, it definitely hit, right when you got onto the field, knowing that was the last time you're going to walk out during the regular season to your home field. And I remember we were in offensive Indy, and I was talking with two of the other seniors on the line, and we were like, wow, this is it. We've came all this way through our whole high school career, and now it's our turn to be the seniors on senior night. So it was cool. It was an awesome experience, but it was a little sad at the same time.
I think at the beginning of the game when Coach was going around and just giving everybody hugs, and I think when he did that, it just kind of hit me that this is my last regular season game. It's my last, not my last game on the field, but gladly. But it's my last regular season game at Souhegan, or of my whole entire life, really. And when he was giving those hugs around, it just kind of, I don't know, it just really hit me then.
100%. I got a little emotional right when the rest of the guys were finished doing our little ceremony and we were all standing out there. It was a really surreal moment for me just to be out there with my mom. And then definitely afterwards, after the game, or I'd say for me, just as soon as we put in our JV guys, after we got running clock, you're like, wow, we were really just, I was so glad to have done that night and gone to big W like that for my senior night.
I guess I was surprised at maybe how maybe a little bit of emotional that some of them got. I think a couple coaches maybe had said some nice things to them prior, and I think it just shows how much that they love playing Souhegan football and love their teammates, and we talk about it frequently about living in the moment and enjoying these moments. This is the best time of your life, and knowing that could have been their last time that they played on that field as a football player, as a Souhegan football player, it certainly hits hard. But then once they ran to the banner and flipped the coin toss, they were ready to rock, and they came out firing, and it was awesome.
Hey, let's go! Let's go! On that field! Are you all right?
think it was kind of their way of taking a chance, and I think they wanted to burn as much clock as possible. Obviously, you saw that they came out in the game and they wanted the ball. So I think what they thought they'd be able to do is just drive down the field, have those long drives, kind of beat us down slowly and take as much time off the clock to give us as little time as possible to score. I think that obviously they took those risks and those chances, and I think for us as a whole, we were really surprised with that they did that. I think it kind of set us up nicely. But I mean, I think they just tried what they could, and I mean, obviously, the things just didn't quite go their way.
I think it actually made sense because I knew they were trying to keep the ball away from us, and there's really they had nothing to lose at that point. Like they had to get the fourth down, they had to score. We kept just drilling into them, so I think we knew we were prepared for them to go for it on fourth. But we were also like really prepared. We were really impressed with how our defense performed, especially in the D line.
I think our offense is strong enough to score from anywhere on the field. So no matter if they punt it or they lose possession like on the 40, like most likely we're going to be able to drive down the field and score. So I think on their part it was, can we get that first down, and is it worth punting if they're just going to go down the field? So I mean, I think it was good on their part to go for all those fourth downs, but our defense is also great at stopping that. So that was kind of how it went.
They just wanted to I mean, like I never like punting, and I know it must be a difficult decision to make as a coach, but I think our defense was just so prepared. No matter what they gave us, we were going to be ready for it.
I mean, I feel like to beat us, I kind of understand when it's like 4th and 1, you kind of like, you got to take your chances if you want to, beat a team like us. Like, you're not going to get those opportunities very often, and like, when you're at midfield, like, I mean, if you do get it, it's a good amount of momentum. But I mean, I wouldn't say I was a little surprised because most teams, they usually just punt it. I mean, 4th and 1, whatever. But yeah, John Stark, they were taking the chance.
It necessarily surprised us, but it was like, oh, they're going for it, huh? And JT was like, I would too, especially the way they run their offense, right? Like 4 yards a clip if you can, 4 yards. And then you're going to want to keep us off the field, and I think even if, they're in the middle of the field there, so it made sense. There were probably some us, like we probably would have been going for it around then too. But for our defense to step up the way they did and have multiple fourth down stops against a good rushing football team, just awesome physicality by our players and they got after it on defense, and it was awesome to see. We needed that a little bit, that bounce back from Pelham, and they delivered, and it was great.
Yes, sir. Go, JJ. Come on, JJ.
Just great complementary football. Defense gets a stop midfield, gets the offense the ball back in great field position. We go down in a couple plays and score. Our kickoff team gets the ball back, we steal possession there. We come out first play, boom, score, 37-yard touchdown. Anytime you score on defense, I mean, come on, that's big time, right? So just all those plays, some really good complementary football. Getting the offense the ball back in good field position and the offense capitalizing on those opportunities is huge for us. There were a couple there that maybe we gave the ball away a little bit there on offense, and we got to clean that up and take care of the football. But the only team that stops us on offense at times is ourselves. So felt like maybe we left a few points out there, but it's you win it, offense, defense, special teams. You got to do it all, and the defense came up huge, especially right before the half. We turned the ball over, a minute and a half left, and then first play, boom, Cassidy interception. I said to Brian right before that, hey, you gotta save us here. Bail us out here. We're pretty well. It was 26-6. Give them the ball there, they get out and score. Now it's a 2-possession game. So for Cassidy to do that and our defense to get off the field, and then JJ just does JJ things and scores from like 85 yards out, 84 yards out, 2 plays later, just pretty awesome.
I think it's huge. I know we talked earlier about the momentum thing. I think being able to get the stop and get the team all hyped up definitely helped us out when it came to getting on offense. It kind of put us in a spot where we felt like we wanted to score and we felt like we could score. It was like a huge confident boost for us. And I think that it was super beneficial. I think our defense did a great job setting up our offense to succeed. And I think that if we can stick with that, it'll be very beneficial when we play these next couple of games.
Capitalizing on mistakes is definitely a big part of our game. If we're able to force a fumble, which we work on a lot, in defensive days, stripping the ball, being the second man in to grip the ball out, which we saw in that game a few times, and winning the turnover battle is also a big thing for us. If you're winning the turnover battle, if you have less turnovers than the other team, you're going to be in a better spot. So we like to, capitalize on every turnover that we can.
That means a lot, because especially when we capitalize on those plays, say on one of the plays we got a fumble and one of our D linemen, Lunchy, took it back to the crib, and that's one of those things that just gets the team going. And when you capitalize on those things, the whole wave of the game is just swayed in your favor.
Yeah, that's huge. To win over the turnover battle and then to capitalize off it, that's everything you need, and that gives you a big gives you a lot of momentum, and it just gives you a big upside against the team you're going against and a big advantage. So, we do want to bring that into play.
We really do just have to take advantage of that when we're faced with that situation, and being able to convert after like a big stop on 4th down it's just such a crucial part of the game. And we maybe haven't been doing it as much as we wanted to all season, but this was a terrific start to get us amped up and ready for playoffs.
At the end of the half, we have the score, Sabres 32, Generals 6.
Gotta go! Gotta go! Gotta go!
Good job. Hurricane Kansas to lead Ukraine.
It was awesome. I mean, his playing time has slowly increased this year. Why? Because he works his tail off, he's super coachable, and he gets after it. Great. So he's a good example of, for any younger player or any sophomore that's like teetering on the edge of JV, varsity, like how do you kind of crack that varsity lineup? Is you keep coming to work every day, getting after it with a great attitude. And Sean, you know, he does that. He's always got this goofy smile on his face. They call him Lunchy, because he likes lunch. I don't know. Classic lineman nickname, you know? That's awesome. So I think you saw the reaction of a lot of players and coaches, like, oh, we scoop and score, let's go. And then it was, oh, it's Lunchy. So like you saw everyone just light up just because of he's kind of sneakily became a team favorite, just because he's big, goofy, and his work ethic is unmatched.
It was great to see Lunchy. He works really, really hard in practice, so it was really, really nice to see him get out and get after it at this game. When he took that back to the touchdown, I didn't really know who it was at first. I didn't know who 66 was, and then he turned around and I saw it was Lunchy, and I was just like, holy crap! Like I know this is going to mean so much to him. I just felt so happy for him. So. It was good to see.
It's awesome. I mean, we love him. He's great to the team. You know, he earned his spot on the field. You know, he's starting now, and he's just awesome to be around. We all love that. You know, he came off the sideline, was crying. He was so happy. It was just awesome to see him so happy like that.
We could have been more happy for him. You can see his teammates in the end zone celebrating with him, and how much like that meant to him, and how much being a part of the team meant to him, and our players that's all genuine stuff. You know, you can't replicate feelings like that anywhere else besides the football field. So it's just really proud of him, and it's well deserving.